Welcome to Drive-Thru Therapy. Today's video is on happiness, how to obtain it and maintain being happy. As you might know, happiness has become very elusive for way too many people today. There are many research studies and books devoted to the pursuit of happiness, thus becoming very complicated and confusing for many people to grab hold of. There is even a course on happiness taught at Harvard University by Professor Shah, which has become the most popular course at Harvard. One major conclusion that has been cleared up is that most people was led to believe that hard work equals success equals happiness. Well, they were wrong. In fact, it's happiness equals hard work, which equals success. People perform best when they are happy. I'm going to discuss it by keeping it simple using the KISS. Keep it simple, stupid approach. There are three main pieces that need to be in place in your life in order for you to experience happiness. I'm going to start with the most obvious one, and that is love. Not being in love, but having the knowledge that there are people in your life that care about you and that you care about them. Most people generally have this piece, thus having 1/3 of what I call the happiness pie. The second piece is fun. Yes, fun. As people age, having fun can be evasive because of many factors in play, such as work, family, and other responsibilities that can interfere with having fun. It is proven when we have healthy relationships with people, we perform at our best and generally are our happiest. In addition, friends usually start to go their own ways, which makes it harder to plan fun things to do. Most people have fun during their childhood, high school, college years. Then from this point on, it starts to become more difficult, and it usually narrows down to just weekends for most people. I want to caution people here that may come as a great shock, but to some, I should say, but you really can't have fun alone. I want you to think about the last time you had fun. I'll bet you were with other people doing something that was fun, enjoyable, and amusing, to name a few. My point here is isolation is not going to get you any fun. Now, on to the last piece of the happiness pie, which is the most difficult to explain, so I hope I don't confuse you here. It is the purpose piece. The reason it can be confusing is because it has a double meaning for the purposes of this presentation. The other meaning that I want you to interject is goals, which should make it easier to follow. Purpose versus goals. Purpose and goals are almost similar, and one can hardly come across any differences between the two at first glance. Purpose and goals are interlinked, which makes it hard to make out a difference between the two. One of the main differences that can be seen between the two is the time factor. People try to reach their goals by setting deadlines on the other hand, and deadlines are not applicable in purpose. Having purpose in your life as a human being, we need something to direct our attention toward and something to get our sights on. Again, as with happiness, purpose has become very elusive today. You can Google happiness and purpose and get millions of responses that vary greatly and seem very confusing and exhaustive without a clear and simple vision. Again, when I make reference to purpose, it relates to double meaning, purpose and / goals. Here are some simplified examples of having purpose in your life. Many people have had a sense of purpose during their childhood and adolescent periods of their lives. Examples would be having friends to play with and participation in sports, school activities, scouting, various fun activities. As we get older, there is high school, college, careers, the military that provide purpose for some. Then comes serious relationships, marriage, having children that can provide purpose in the beginning. Then comes the period when many fall off the purpose bandwagon, when many begin to struggle with having goals and purpose. This is when they start to feel that happiness has started to escape them. Friends start to dwindle and everything starts to become routine and boring. Thus, having fun starts to become few and far between. These two factor in greatly into boredom and threatens one's ability to be happy. This is a time period when some people turn to alcohol and drugs or other self-defeating behaviors to fill a void. When you are missing one or two of the pieces of this pie, that I have mentioned, you will not be happy. You need to have all three of the pieces of the pie in place if you are going to experience any form of happiness. I want you to take a minute here and truly think about the last time that you felt happy. Go ahead, think about it. Got it? I'll bet you had all three of the pieces that I mentioned in your life, thus resulting in some form of happiness. So in closing, I hope this video has been helpful. And also I want to offer some closing tips here. Live in the moment, have gratitude, be part of something, let go of past judgments, live in the here and now, very important, do things for others, and make happiness a priority. Thank you. Stay tuned for my other videos on anger management and the differences between being clean and sober and being in recovery. Thank you.